What's going on, guys? Jared here, Dex and Dice. Uh, Fun fact, this is the fifth time, maybe sixth, I've tried to do this video. It's been fun. Just random interruptions, uh, police cars going up and down the road, just stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to make a video for the YouTube channel because it's been a little while since we've uploaded anything, and everything is a struggle, so here we are. I just wanted to comment on news that is weeks old. Uh, Troll and Toad not doing anything with Magic anymore. Completely understand it. Uh, in a nutshell, it really isn't profitable to deal with Magic much anymore, unless you're doing it on such a large scale that, you know, selling 100 copies of a single that you might make 20 cents on. It's profitable doing it that way, but there's only a small percentage of LGSs out there that work that way. So I understand why they wouldn't want to continue doing it, even though they're a larger place. It just, someone crunched numbers, it just wasn't financially viable for them to buy the product anymore, maybe open product, sort product, um, put stuff online, put stuff in the shop, deal with trade-ins, etc., etc. So, yeah, kudos to them. I hope more places actually follow suit because WotC Hasbro just needs to be taken down a notch or two. So, yeah. Uh, Another weird thing I wanted to kind of touch on with that was not just the profitability, but like the reprints, man. Everyone has a love-hate relationship with the reprints. Yes, congratulations. Shit is more accessible. Shit is cheaper. So in these trying times where everyone's trying to squeeze blood from a turnip, yes, you get your doubling season for 20 bucks or whatever versus the 60 it was, or I can't remember the exact prices, but they're just there for a placeholder. You understand what I'm saying. But there will be a time where, and you're seeing this now and have been seeing this for a couple of months now, where places are just axing their buy list. But you'll see it where it's just not worth it for places to take in trades anymore, because who wants to deal with a product that, like, maybe the card is worth 20 bucks today and I give you 20 bucks. Next week it's worth 11. I just lost money. And who knows, the next following week it might be $9 instead of 11, or it might shoot back up to 15 or whatever. Point being, there will be a time where LGSs just won't want to deal with Magic as a whole because it's just not worth it for us. That's not going to happen in the next 6 months to a year, but if the current trend keeps going the way it is, it'll happen. It might take it 2, 3 years, maybe 4, but it will happen. So enjoy, I guess for those of you that do it or whatever, enjoy living off of store credit for right now, because unless there's a huge turnaround, that's not going to be a thing anymore. Like, even with us here at this small little LGS that barely hangs on by a thread, I've been considering like axing, taking in Magic singles that are under 10 bucks or something, but barring like staples and shit that I know that will like move because people will want it, it's coming to a point to where, like, is it worth having me and the minions just do the whole transaction, spend the time doing it and all that good stuff? Is it actually worth it to, you know, make 8 bucks? Like, it, you you got to think about stuff like that when you're doing like the business. Like, I know from like you guys' perspective, it's it's fun, it's grand because shit's cheap and it's more affordable than it's ever been, etc., etc. But from our end, it's really not. And once your LGS gets to the point where they don't want to deal with it anymore, then you're gonna be stuck with pretty cardboard that nobody wants. So yeah. Anyways, keep that in mind. It's just something I kind of see happening off in the distance if WotC and Hasbro don't do something to just rectify the situation. And fun fact, I've heard they're kind of thinking about it. Water cooler talk is around the sometime supposedly the first quarter of next year. They've been or they are cutting back production, which we saw with the Doctor Who stuff, but there's also supposed to be a second wave of Doctor Who, so eh. But anyways, um, they're supposed to be cutting back production, but there's also supposed to be a, guess what, a price increase on our end, maybe first quarter of next year for just general products overall. Like, I think the last two sets, maybe three, us, like LGS side, we saw a price increase on collector boxes, but that was it. Like, just the collector boxes. Um, so I think it was just, the writing on the walls, but it makes sense if they're just gonna like ease the price increase in there, and I'm not very happy about that because again, this shop hangs on by a thread, so I don't really have like thousands upon thousands to throw at something to do the quantity sold makes the $10 you make on a box worth dealing with. So, anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Um, yeah, just I hope they rectify shit. I hope they get it under control. I like the game. You guys like the game. But if stuff doesn't happen, then yeah, you're gonna be stuck with flashy, pretty pieces of cardboard that no one's gonna want. No one's gonna want to give you money for. You're not gonna be able to recoup your losses. You know, go everyone involved in that little circle there. So yeah, that's almost another distraction. Um, I guess that's really all I wanted to touch on with that particular subject or subjects. Like, I know it's old news. I just want to throw my opinion out there because I meant to do this like a week ago, but life happens. Uh, so yeah, and like even with like the price increases and just magic boxes in general, which is going back to the Troll and Toad being like no to WotC and Hasbro. As I've said in other videos, like it runs me $93 to $99 a box on average for like a draft or a set box of Magic, with Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, One Piece, Flesh and Blood, like even Weiss or basically any other card game that I would want to dabble in. You know, $50 to $70 a box. Um, I can almost get two boxes of any other card game out there for the price of one Magic box and still make the profit margins on those two boxes that I could make with the one box of Magic. So just let that sink in there as to another reason why you're seeing basically places just throw the middle finger up to not just WotC and Hasbro in general, but like just the secondary market too. Like it's really getting to a point where it's not worth us dealing with. Again, that's not going to not be a thing for another like for 6 months or whatever. It's going to take a couple of years for it to actually set in, but that's where we're going. Yay, repeating myself. Um, one announcement, I guess, just to make for the shop. I think tomorrow, or starting tomorrow, which is Monday, we might be doing something. If it's not going to be this Monday, it might be next Monday. We haven't really narrowed down a timeline yet, but anyways, we're gonna try to do like a Monday podcast. Cards After Dark is, I think, what we're gonna call it. It might not be me all the time, but it'll be two or three of us, maybe four of us. Four would be the optimal number if we're gonna sit around and like play a game of Commander and just talk shit. Um, you know, talk shit, maybe have deep intellectual conversations. It's really just gonna be three or four dudes, and I mean dudes is in the interchangeable like human beings kind of thing. People here, there we go. Four people sitting around at a table, playing Commander, maybe Digimon, universes, whatever strikes the people's fancies, and just being people. Um, Talking about shit, just enjoying playing a video game, laughing. It'll be kind of adult oriented just because of the language that's going to be thrown around, because Lord knows if you come to this shop, sentence enhancers are pretty much standard. Um, so yeah, look forward to that. It probably won't be uploaded until maybe late that Monday night, if not Tuesday. But just something we're trying just to kind of get some content out on the YouTube page on a weekly basis, just to give you guys something to look forward to. Um, yeah, I guess that's kind of about it as far as that something to look forward to right now. Uh, there was something else I wanted to mention, but I can't quite remember what it was right now. Probably wasn't all that important, and even if it was, I'll make another video or something. So, yeah. Uh, God. Anyways, I'll stop. You guys have a good one, and hopefully we'll see you around the shop, and the video content and all that will hopefully increase in watchability and all that good stuff, because Lord knows I am not the most entertaining individual there is. So, yeah, you guys have a good one.